Fit like Abdi, Danny Boy here, and welcome back to race 6 of round 9, getting tongue tied there, round 9 at the races here in China. It's the turn of the electric haulage races. Now they are almost all set to go. We just need to set them to go to question mark south. So there they go. And they are all set. They are on the opposite side for this time around. But they are all set to go. So without further ado, on 3, 2, 1, and go. Away they go. Nice. Now, I must apologise for something that you guys will have probably noticed. It's been a few days since these guys, the last race was run. Since the last video came out. Now, for you guys, it's been something like 3 days. This video is going up on Wednesday. The last race was on this Saturday. I think the German train won. I can't remember. But for me, it's been a lot more than just 3 days. It's been almost 2 weeks. 13 days to be exact. So I was actually away. I was over working in Israel. I'm home now. I was supposed to come home on not Saturday but Friday. So I thought I'd timed it perfect. I managed to get enough videos recorded and ready to send out until Saturday. I couldn't record this one. Just didn't have enough time before I left. So that's what happens. My flight was delayed. I actually got kept back a couple of more days. One of my flights was delayed. I was supposed to get home last night. I only got home this morning. Now, that's the good news, is we're home, and I do apologise for this video being a few days late. For some of you new subscribers who don't know, I work like offshore and abroad in the oil and gas industry, and I do spend extremely long periods away from home. Sometimes they're short, sometimes they're long. It just depends on what the job is we're actually doing and where it actually is. So the good news is I'm home. The bad news is this is Wednesday. On Friday I'm going away again. I'm actually going away for 3 weeks, 22 days. Now there's absolutely no way, not a hope in hell, that I will be able to record 22 videos in those these next 2 or 3 days. So there is going to be a long stint where there won't be any videos. I sort of worked it out that I would manage to get this done, the bonus race at the end, probably a Red Dead Redemption 2, possibly a Transport Fever and a 2-point hospital, and that's probably going to be it. And then after that, it's going to be about maybe 20 something days of no videos, which is a real bummer. YouTube also like penalizes you quite heavily for not putting out regular content. It's something I always try and stay on top of, but this time it's just not ended well for me. Now, we're actually losing track of the race here. It seemed like a good time to sort of explain myself and the reason for having no videos the last few days. Ooh, the Russian train is doing quite well. Huh. Russia 3rd, Norway... No, yeah, Russia 3rd, Norway 4th. But they are at the split. French train's actually beating you, Spanish train. There we have it. We're back in order. Well, we're not. That was the order they were in before the split. Obviously, these trains at the top were slightly faster. I did notice some of the feedback on the split track, and it's been pretty positive so far. Now, when I was trying to get this either up at the races up at the start of the month, or at like the sort of last weekend of the month, because I will be gone for the rest of March, and sometime into early April we're gonna leave the finale to the end of April. The very last round 10. There's a few extra races I want to do for these trains. I've sort of got it planned out how I would like to do it. I just need the time to sort of implement it, and since I'll be gone for the rest of this month and the start of next month, I'm gonna need time when I get home to sort of figure that out. Plus it means we're gonna lose, there'll be a lot less Red Dead Redemption 2, normal Transport Fever USA map, and 2 Point Hospital as well, because their slot or their time where I would normally record and post them is literally going to be obliterated for the rest of March. So that's why we're going to have, when I get back in April, back on normal schedule and do round 10 at the end. So that's going to be kind of cool. It does suck that I'm away. It's not often I'm away for like a double trip. It's just one of the guys in my crew sort of had a family emergency, so he's unable to go. And even though I'm going to have only 2 or 3 days at home and then away again for another 3 weeks, it's just something that has to be done. It's just unfortunate, but oh well. I'm happy to go if it relieves the stress of my friend from work, because he is going through a sort of bad time, so anything I can do to help is no problem. Now the USA train just blew right past them, but the German train should be able to get more speed up here. There we go. He's gonna head up now. Don't know. Obviously it managed to hit. Did it hit top speed on the single unit race? It may not have. I don't know what kind of top speed it's going to reach here. This is a faster section for the guys on the left. Trains on the right go slower. There's our USA train and Russia train. He's gonna hit 100, I would say. 99. Ooh, almost. And then he has to slow down for here. So whether our reverse side trains can get more speed going down, which I think they will, we shall soon find out once they start going back around. Now who else is? Norwegian train did well in the last race. The Norwegian train might actually have won the last race. I can't remember. As I said, it's actually been 13 days for me. Now if I had known that I was coming home from Israel to go back a couple of days later, I would have just asked them to stay, but unfortunately they didn't know. I only just got told as soon as I got home that I would be going back again, so that kind of sucks, but at least it gives me a chance to record a few more videos and let you guys know the situation. Now unfortunately I don't have the 10,000 subscribers needed to use the sort of comments, post a comment on, instead of a video, leave a comment or a poll on my page. The requirement for that is 10,000. I do have a Facebook page which is linked at the top of the actual my YouTube page, and I'll be leaving bits and bobs in there just to let you guys know that I am still alive and when I'm likely to be home, when the next video will be coming out. So keep an eye out on that. How are we looking here? Is everyone on the left? Who is this on the left? Ah, here's the Lufthansa Express. Here's the Spanish train, French train. They are crossing over now, which is delightful, because these guys on the right hand side will be crossing over as well. So we should have no issues whatsoever. Let's jump on board with our Russian train. Slightly ahead of the USA train. One other thing before I go away as well, I will post one of those sort of 5-10 minute videos letting everyone know that I am away, because there are some people who don't watch the races, they just like the standard transport fever, so it's just to let them know as well. But it just sucks. I had hoped to get everything planned out. I actually was hoping to get 2 Point Hospital and Red Dead Redemption 2. Everyone's in a tunnel, so there's not much to look at the moment. Here's our German train coming down. He is currently in the lead. So yes, I was hoping to get 2 Point Hospital, including the... is it the Bigfoot? I think it's like... or Bigfoot or Yeti, or whatever it is, DLC. I was hoping to get the playthrough of that done, and also Red Dead Redemption 2. I am having a lot of fun playing that. I was hoping to get that done by the end of March, but obviously that ain't going to be the case. We're losing a lot of days, a lot of video days, until I get back on the... I'm sure it's the 4th, I'm sure they said the 4th. So... that I actually did try. There is a way to get out. You need a visa for working in Israel. However, you don't need a visa if you're working offshore in Israel. All you need is documentation to get you through the airport to the heliport, and then off to the ship or oil platform that you're working on. So when they said I was going back, I was like, well, I can't because I don't have a visa, but this time I'm going on a oil rig and I won't be working on the land, so that excuse was shot down fairly instantly. The girl actually sent me the documentation for me to get through the airport and stuff, so that is all good. I was like, crap. Because it does actually take them quite a while to get visas. Visas are a nightmare. It's one of the things I absolutely hate. I always have. You can have up to 3 passports in the UK. I have 3. I sent one away ages ago. When I say ages ago, it's totally gone now. I'll never see that passport again. I have complained many times because passports are expensive. My company pays for 2 passports, but I have to pay for the actual first one on my own. I sent one away. We were going over to Angola. And we kept on getting, well, my company, because the girl in the office deals with it. She deals with our visa, which is nice, because it is just a nightmare dealing with it yourself. And one of the problems we had is that the Angolan embassy did not send back my passport. They claimed it had been sent back. There was it was like a major issue, because where is that passport? Somebody could be using it. It could be anywhere, but never got it back. Asked many times. At one point they just gave up. I had to get in touch with the Home Office and cancel one of the passports. So, and they will ask you many questions. Where did you lose it? I didn't lose it. I sent it away. Sent it away to get a visa. You need to take it up with the Angolan embassy. I did not lose it. It was just not returned to me. So our German train cruises straight through here. He doesn't stop, and the rest of them all have to stop. So the German train has won. In fact, it was more these two I was interested. They managed to get through. Wow. But they will be on the slow side at the factory. So alas, it may not have won. I can't understand why my glorious Norwegian train with a beautiful picture on the side of it is in last. Why are you so bad today, Norwegian train? But anywho, the German train, everyone stops here. So that was that story. I tried to escape going back to Israel by claiming I didn't have the proper documentation, the proper work visa, but it didn't matter. They were too fast for me. I should have known, but it was worth a shot. So it's unfortunately it's gonna be a while without any videos, which actually sucks because I actually really enjoy making these. It's kind of fun. Not just the at the races, sort of everything. I mean, I do have plans for the Transport Fever at the USA series. It's just I have plans, then I go and look at the map and how I'm going to implement them, and it's sort of like finding a way to sort of get everything. Everything is sort of, most of the track and lines are sort of messed just now in that Transport Fever USA series. Now normally what I do is halfway through I do a cleanup. Now that I know where lines are going and what lines they intersect, I can sort of make it look prettier. But thus far I've not done that, but that time will be fast approaching. I'll probably do a rework of the map at some point. So here they come, they're coming down the slow section. Our three current leaders. Now France were looking quite terrible at the start, now they're looking okay. But our Russian train and American train are going to be able to take the high side at higher speed. Our German train could be safe, there it is, just in front there. USA train up to 61, 63. Russian train up to 64. Looks like the USA train and Spanish train could be down and out. Is our Norwegian train going to scrape through as well? Don't know. Our German train just stays in front. Lucky. Or is it lucky? I would imagine that it will not get bet at this point. Let's jump on board with the Norwegian train. Right, so it's Germany first, USA, Russia. That's how they went into the race. That's how they went into the split, the very first split at the start. It was then apparently Norway who are last. But France and Spain are the same. Although Spain has obviously moved up from last because our Norwegian train was struggling. Our German train is away again. There he goes. Right, this is our last stop before the home or back straight. So you stop, USA is gonna stop. Now it looks like our Russian train slows down faster than our USA train. He should start, and then he starts. See, its lights actually switch off. Does it do that with all of them? I don't know, because you've all started again. The Russian train's lights actually switch off at the front while it's stopped. Looks like it could be a third place for Russia though. They need some much needed points. They are sort of stuck in the middle between France and the USA and Spain. I like this green HHP8. Even though we've got the green liveried French train, who may still be beaten by the Spanish train. Our leader, our glorious leader, is almost at top speed. Excuse me. 116. Ooh, slowing down for this corner though. And then round across the bridge. And he is currently safe. Who is not safe? France is not safe. Come on, French train. They are slowing down for this next corner. There's our leader. Now the French train was just slightly in front. It seems to have just lost out on that straight there to the Spanish train. French train's doing 72, 71. They are both accelerating. The French train is accelerating slightly more. But our German train has won. Here he is at the finish line. Next up is the USA, Russia, and Spain is not going to lose out. They managed to sneak into 5th place there. You stop there, please. You stop there, stop there. Stop there. Ooh, they both stopped at the same time. And Norway in last, which was strange. So there we have it. Our German train was trying to escape there, but he was the winner. USA in 2nd. Russia did quite well in 3rd. Our Spanish train crept through there, and our Norwegian train is last. So we shall go to the point section and have a look also at the championship points and see how the last 2 races affected them overall. So here we go now. So Germany getting the win there. It actually only finished 3rd in the first race. Didn't even finish 1st, didn't even finish 2nd. But there it is, 1st in the haulage race. The USA finishing 2nd, Russia doing well, getting up there to 3rd. Spain managed to snuff out France there for 4th. France just managed to stay quite a fair bit in front of Norway, who did very poorly in this race and ended up in last. But that's it for the race table. Let's go and look at the championship table and see how the last 2 races affected the championship table. So here we are, Germany quite almost 20 points ahead of everyone else. The Norwegian train did so poor in that last race, it lost out on some much needed points there. So Germany with a 90, Norway in 2nd with a 91. The USA train managed to gain some points back on the Norwegian train. It's back up to 66. And our Spanish train is at 55. Our Russian train at 51. And our French train at 45. So quite a fair. Only the sort of USA train and Norwegian train, their places could change, and the Russian train and Spanish trains places could also change as well. That's it for the league races for round 9. They're all done. Next up is the run of the bonus race. But as always, if you did watch this and you would like to leave a like, comment or dislike, please feel free to do so. And if there's more you would like to see in the future, then hit the subscribe button. I've been Danny Boy, this has been Transport Fever at the races, and I will catch you later.